All right, welcome. Today, we're going to tackle something that sounds simple but can get, well, pretty complicated. We're talking about getting your legal documents officially certified for international use. This special certification is called an apostille, and we're zeroing in on how you get it done right here in Massachusetts. So let's say you've got a super important document. Maybe it's a power of attorney, maybe a birth certificate, and you need it to be legally binding in another country. Should be easy, right? Well, not so fast. You find out there's this extra hoop you have to jump through thanks to an international agreement called the Hague Convention. And that hoop? It's called an apostille. But why is getting this one little stamp from the Massachusetts Secretary of the Commonwealth such a massive headache? Let's really dig into the typical problems that pop up when you try to do this all on your own. And honestly, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The paperwork, the rules, the waiting. It just perfectly sums up that feeling of frustration when you're stuck in bureaucratic limbo. Yeah, these are the big ones. You've got these confusing government forms, rules that seem to change all the time about how things need to be notarized, and then there's the waiting, the unpredictable waiting. Just one little mistake and bam, your document gets rejected. And that can mean some serious and seriously expensive delays for whatever you're trying to do overseas. But what if you could just skip all of that? What if there was a way to sidestep the confusion? Well, it turns out there's a much, much simpler way to get this done right the first time. And that solution is a service that's laser-focused on this exact problem. It's called MassachusettsApostille.com. They were literally created to be the answer to all that frustration, to do this one thing and do it really, really well. Their entire mission is super simple, really. It's all about providing hassle-free apostille processing. Just cutting through all the red tape and getting it done. The whole idea is to take that headache and make it their problem, not yours. Okay, that's a great promise, but talk is cheap, right? How do you actually know you can trust them to deliver? Well, the numbers really speak for themselves here. First up, check out this number. More than 300,000 documents processed. Whoa, that's not just a big number, that's a ton of experience. Think about it. It means they've probably run into and solved pretty much every weird, unique problem you could possibly think of. And all that experience? It's built on a really solid foundation. We're talking more than 10 years of national expertise in this one specific area. That's the kind of track record that tells you they know exactly what traps to avoid so your documents don't get sent back. But maybe the single biggest deal here is speed. I mean, just look at this. If you go it alone, you could be waiting for weeks with everything on hold. But with this service, they get it done in just 1 to 2 business days after they get your papers. For anyone with a deadline, that is an absolute game changer. So when you boil it all down, this is what you get. First, peace of mind, because they guarantee it'll be on time. Second, it's convenient. They have a local office right in Tewksbury. And third, the rates are competitive, so you're not breaking the bank to get it done right. All right, so if you're thinking, yep, that's what I need, let's talk about the next steps. How do you actually get the ball rolling? They've made it really simple. There are basically 3 easy ways to connect. You can pick up the phone and call them for help right away. You can hop online and apply whenever it works for you. Or if you're someone who likes to talk to a person face-to-face, you can just go visit them. And here's all that contact info you'll need, all in one spot. To call them directly, the number is 978-424-4629. The website for that online application is MassachusettsApostilleServices.com. And if you want to stop by, their address is 1215 Main Street in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. So really, what's the big takeaway here? I think this quote just nails it. Your documents certified and ready for the world. The whole point is to turn something frustrating and complicated into a process that's simple and reliable. That way, you can focus on what you're actually trying to do overseas instead of getting bogged down by paperwork. It really makes you think, right? When there's an easy path, why would you ever choose the headache?